coming up, popping up, in fact, through the leaves in this bed is the Canadian Bloodroot, so called because the stems, when you cut them, are orangey red. This is the double form with delightful pom-poms. And not only that, the leaves are now popping through, and they are also very ornamental, great scalloped greeny grey colour. So it's rather nice even when the flowers have gone. And above the bloodroot are the amazing tassels of the Stachyurus Magpie. They really are very dramatic this time of year. Remarkably, not to everybody's taste, but never mind. And then in this particular form, we have lovely, clean, variegated foliage for the rest of the year. Walking under the Stachyurus Magpie, I'm heading for this wonderful new growth of a very delicate colour on a Photonia with bold serrated leaves. This one I had thought was a species called Photonia Priono. You can have a look at the serrated leaves, but whatever it is, I think it makes a delightful show in the spring. It's also covered in lovely berries in the autumn. Let's pop behind here for a minute and we can see the dangling flowering stems of the Chilean climber called Ursula Volubilus. Now this can be quite invasive, and so as you can see up there and up there, it's clinging to the wall and heading north. So we have to chop it back, otherwise it would, rather like an ivy, get under the tiles and lift them. But it is the most weird flower, coming down from the Ercilla past the dead leaves from last year of the banana from Sikkim. Is the honey Euphorbia in flower from Madeira, and my goodness, it has a powerful honey scent. Gorgeous, bold foliage, and does tend to seed itself around the place, so you've just got to be a bit on the lookout. And the rustling noise is, I think, Bertie exploring underneath it. Yes, it is. I think this is such an amazing early red hot poker. Has the same shape as the autumn flowering Euphorbia ruperi, but obviously it flowers in March through April. Slightly tender because the leaves can turn to mush in a very cold winter, but it's been here at least 20 years. And I love the way it's coming out of the froth of the multicolored leaves of Sorbaria sem. A nice combination, I think. It's coming along the path here. One is arrested by the scent from this skimia. This is a male skimia called Q Green, and the males have the good flowers, and this one really does have a fantastically sweet scent. Now, just beyond Bertie, we've got perhaps the very last of the camellias to flower, and it does go on and on and on for ages. It's got very blousy flowers. This is Camellia Hawaii, and it will go on flowering into May. Rather sumptuous. Bertie seems to be admiring Rhododendron rasamosum. I think he's a dog with taste. And it's very pink. Very pink. Behind that rhododendron and these yellow hellebores, which are still going. Nice contrast. I'd like to show you this lovely wood anemone, very pale blue, which has been here for ages, several years. I think it's a lovely thing. With the flower partially closed, you can see that in this form of anemone, called robinsoniana, after William Robinson, the famous gardener who was passionately anti-bedding. This was named in 1870 for him in the Oxford Botanic Garden. The thing about it is it's got lovely blue inside and silvery on the outside. Now, we've seen that amazing dripping Stachyurus Magpie. Well, here's one of a slightly less dramatic look. This one is Chinese Stachyurus chinensis, and it's in the form Selina. Quite nice to see these catkins in the spring, these dangly flowers. And here we have this wonderful sorbus. I just adore the colour of these leaves. They're sort of silvery brown, pleated, and they are very, very beautiful. I planted this in 2009. It was a seedling from China, and I'm not entirely sure what the name of it is, but my goodness, it seems happy here. Thinking of things that gladden the heart. This is one of them. an ever-increasing patch of snake's head fritillaries. Some white and some of the more traditionally patterned purple ones. Yeah, sort of checkerboard patterning. And it's great to see them happy. And I know they're happy because they have seated themselves around the place. Here's a little group, and I've almost trodden on one. Let's be careful. And here's an extraordinary one which has got petals have gone all sort of reflexed. It's rather like a I don't know what it's like, a sort of daffodil or lily or something. I mean, they are related to lilies, but I've never seen the ones with the petals back like that. And that seems to be bulking up as well. Rather exciting. Now, from the snake's head fritillary to the snakes themselves. Ha ha. These are the emerging fronds of a wonderful Southeast Asian fern, trioptresskuratai, and they've got this sort of black rimming around them. Look a bit like a nest of vipers. And here are a few more coming up. One can be so obsessed by the magnolia blossom that one can, in danger of ignoring the rather more common crabapple. Nonetheless beautiful, and this one has nice red leaves. Here's a combination I like. It's the emerging shoots of the bleeding heart dicentra, now properly lamprocapnos. I must say, they don't make life easy, do they? And then this nice combination of the rhododendron with the amazing double-flowered ornamental quince called Chilean. I think they look very good together. And a bit further along there's the historic daffodil dating to 1611 next to a corydalus which has got excellent brown leaves. At the end of the tennis court here we have a shrub from China and Japan called Edgeworthia. Normally it's got yellow flowers, but this is a form with orangey red flowers called, appropriately enough, red dragon. This plant is called mitsumata in Japan, and its stems are used, pulped up, to make a very special paper, which in fact is used in Japanese banknotes. It's flexible and durable. Member of the Daphne family, and therefore, again, nicely scented. My eye is caught by this bright pink rhododendron, and let's go closer and have a look. Isn't it wonderful? Those stamens sticking out like sort of eyelashes, long eyelashes. This is Rhododendron davidsonianum, Mr. Davidson.